I'd like to recognize that made all this project, worked on this project, and we're a result of this project actually finishing 4 months earlier. It was supposed to not be finished until February, but the staff and the contractor did an excellent job speeding up the project. So we have Julie Naditz, our manager of highway construction here. Julie, right here. Thank you, Julie. We have Ray Williams with our engineering design manager. Ray's here. Gary Batchelor, senior inspector with highway construction, isn't here, but he was a big part of this project. Oh, there. Okay. And then we have Doug West. Is he here? He was also one of the inspectors that oversaw the project. I have to mention Bill Thomas, who's since retired, but he's our planner for the Parks Recreation Division, who served for the county for 32 years. Worked on this project from the very, very beginning when it started, back in 2002, 2003 when it started. So Bill, thank you for coming back, coming out of retirement to be here today. We also have Barnett Park staff is here, the staff that will be taking care of this wonderful facility, that take care of this beautiful park. Lamont, Brian, our site supervisors in the back there. And then we also have Don Jones, serves on our Parks Advisory Board, here today as well. So, but now I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Jacobs and Commissioner Siplin and Commissioner Nelson for their continued focus on parks and recreation and multi-use trails like we're opening today, not only in this district, but throughout the entire county. So again, thank you very much, Mayor Jacobs and Commissioners, and please, let's all welcome Mayor Jacobs.
Matt, thank you, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Is this a great day to be in Pine Hills, or what? Oh my gosh. I have the honor of also introducing a couple of other people that are here. As was already mentioned, our District Chief, Commissioner Brian Nelson, is with us, as well as Vice Mayor Victoria Siplin. Also with us today is former County Commissioner Homer Hardage, as well as, pretty exciting for me to announce that we have our former Director of Community Environmental Services, Melvin Pittman. Melvin, wonderful to see you again. I just saw him standing back there. I'm like, how cool. And we have the Executive Director of the Pine Hills NID, Michelle Owens. Michelle, congratulations and thank you for being here. There you are. So, and then we have everyone else, and I'm not going to mention everybody that's here, but we appreciate Representative Brown, Camilla Brown's aide is with us here. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I hope you're going to be with us later on this afternoon also. Wonderful. So the most important people that are here, I don't know them by name, but they're standing right over there. Okay? They are not only, hi! Yeah, give everybody a big wave. Thank you. They are not only our future, but they are going to love this trail system. And I tell you, just looking at them and knowing how much fun they're going to have and how much joy this will bring to them makes me feel awful good, doesn't it, you? Oh my gosh. Anyway, I want to express my gratitude to all of the county commissioners, both past and present, who've worked to bring this vision of this trail to fruition. Like is so often the case, visions don't materialize overnight, and this one is certainly a great example of that. This trail has a long history dating back to 2001 when Orange County first met with representatives from Barnett Trust, and which we don't know Barnett Trust anymore, and Florida Power, which we don't know as Florida Power anymore, just to tell you how much things have changed, to discuss conveying the property to the county as a recreation trail. In 2003, former Commissioner Homer Hardage hosted a public meeting to introduce the project to this community. However, due to issues with funding, the project was put on hold until 2009, when federal enhancement dollars were programmed by the Florida Department of Transportation for the first phase of the Pine Hills Trail. Design and acquisition were finally completed in 2015, and construction on the first of 3 phases began last year. And now, as we just heard, while it's been a long time coming, it's actually ahead of schedule. I don't know how you can explain that something that started back in 2001 is ahead of schedule by 4 months, but you pulled it off. So there's the good news, right? The first phase of the Pine Hills Trail, a multi-use trail, will begin at Alhambra Drive and extend north to Silver Star, serving 60,000
1,000 residents in the surrounding area. That's pretty awesome. Once completed, the Pine Hills Trail will span approximately 8 miles of the county's trail master plan system. And I can tell you, since the 25 years I've been here, watching our trails grow and seeing the use and enthusiasm, where once upon a time people were nervous about having a trail near their neighborhood. I don't know if you remember those days. And now everybody within their right mind, myself included, wants to live on one of those trails. So what can I say? We've come a long way, baby, here in Orange County in our understanding and appreciation of what trails do to a community and how they can unite us, how they can connect us. You just sometimes don't realize what asphalt is capable of doing when you put good people on it. So it's a pretty cool thing. Anyway, once completed, the Pine Hills Trail, as I said, will span 8 miles. Additionally, this trail will connect to the Shingle Creek Trail and cover a critical gap of Florida's coast-to-coast trail. Everybody knows about that. That was a vision of former President of the Senate, Andy Gardner. He wanted to see a coast-to-coast trail. We're a huge part of it here in Central Florida, and this is an 8-mile section of it that's going to help complete a 250-mile trail linking the Gulf Coast to the East Coast. So for those of you who have really strong legs and, are ready for the challenge, 250 miles, that's some bragging rights there. This trail will also allow residents and visitors alike to enjoy our beautiful parks, our recreational amenities here in Pine Hills, while providing an opportunity to safely explore and connect to the other 40 miles of trail right here in Orange County and communities and municipalities throughout Florida. By investing in our parks infrastructure, we're not only investing in ecotourism, we're investing significantly in the future of our community. As we officially open the first phase of the Pine Hills Trail, I invite you to see it for yourself. And don't forget to explore the many amenities that Barnett Park, one of my favorite parks, has to offer. And I can't wait myself to get out here with my husband and my kids who are now, adults, but still love getting on their bikes and spending time on the trail. Thank you to Orange County Parks and Rec Manager Matt Sudemeyer. You're doing a phenomenal team. We are so proud to have you at the helm of Parks and Rec. What a good decision. Mayor Cruddy got that one right. Not that he didn't get other things right, but he definitely got that one right. And thank you so much for the entire work of the Parks and Rec Department. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you one of the best county commissioners I've had the pleasure of working with. And I've worked some really fine county commissioners. But I got to tell you, Commissioner Siplin, there is not a day that goes by that some piece of wisdom doesn't, and she's going to hate me for saying this because now you're going to expect some pearl. But every time I have an opportunity to spend just a few minutes with her, she always says something that makes me stop, pause, reflect on what we're doing here on this planet and what our obligation is to each other, to our beliefs, to our God, and to being better people. So a woman who inspires me, like I said, every time I get a chance to spend a few minutes with her, your district commissioner for District 6, Victoria Siplin.
Well, I definitely would like to begin by saying thank you again to our mayor, Mayor Teresa Jacobs. But there's one thing that we forgot to do. When Matt introduced all of the staff, all of the key people who have made this possible, let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. It is an honor and a privilege to be with you today celebrating a long-awaited occasion. Like the mayor said, the Pine Hills community is truly on the rise. For years to come, our children and families in the surrounding neighborhoods will be able to utilize the 1.6-mile trail for walking, running, biking, and skating. Orange County is committed to improving the well-being of the Pine Hills residents. And, we know this is a long time waiting, and the mayor did put me on the spot about, saying things that will inspire you. And there's a couple of things that I thought about was one is, good things come to those who wait. And the other is you can never get weary and well-doing. Amen? Amen. And as it relates to our parks and our amenities, we have improved our multi-purpose field here at the park, and I am so excited about the cultural center that will exist right here in the Pine Hills community. And the trail will provide access to this beautiful park and its amenities such as the tennis courts, the golf practice area, which my family utilizes often. Right, Lamont? How are those greens looking? The boat ramps, the fishing pier, the skate park, the playground, the pavilions, the BMX track, and the recreation center are all available for social events and healthy outdoor activities. Many thanks to the officials, past and present, who led the way so that we could be here today. And you know, my motto is progress requires collective commitment. And this moment exemplifies that statement because we work together. When we work together, great things happen. So with that being said, I just want to, you know, like the mayor said with the kids, you know, what we do in life is not for us. We're good. You know, we've reached the age where, you know, we have to consider the future. And I live my life thinking about, you know, what impact I am going to make on the lives of those that come behind me. And we talk about, you know, many of us talk about our legacy. You know, what do we want people to say when we're gone? And I read in a book one time, they said, legacy is not what you leave for people, but it's what you leave in them. So whatever your legacy is going to be, don't let it be so much about what you're leaving behind, but what have you left in the people that you have touched and the people that you have encountered. So with that, many blessings. Thank you.
Hi there. I'm Commissioner Brian Nelson. And yes, this is not my district, but I'm here to support Commissioner Siplin because the next segment is my segment. So the District 2 segment comes next, and I want to make sure that the mayor and Commissioner Siplin know that I'm here and that they can't forget me when segment 2 comes about. So we're so excited to be a part of this. You know, good friend Andy Gardner and the Coast to Coast and how we connect all the trails is so important to today's economy and in today's, you know, amenities that people want. Being able to get out on a bike is so important for people to be able to do. And I guess next Saturday we have the bike hike. And what is it? Yes, that. It's next Saturday morning. I know that Commissioner Vanderlei will be out at the West Orange Winter Garden Trail. I will be at the Apopka Trail. I'm not sure whether I've got any commitment from the two behind me. But anyway, come out and ride a bike with the commissioners in some of the bike paths we have out there. So thank you all.
Well, good afternoon. I first want to thank my commissioner, Commissioner Siplin, for giving me the honor of being here this afternoon just to celebrate this ribbon cutting. Thanks for the invitation. And thanks to our mayor for sticking with this project. And I want to say that back in 2002, 2003, this trail was a pipe dream. Many people thought that only two people believed this was ever going to happen, and that was Melvin Pittman and myself. But Melvin was able to recruit a lot more people to make this happen. But this was from the beginning, started out as solving a problem. The problem was that the Florida Power Trail was an eyesore. And Melvin and I had talked about it, and we had talked about cleaning it up. And between the two of us, we came up with the idea, said, what if they just gave that to us? And it became the first time in the history of Florida Power that they've ever given right-of-way to a municipality. And we thank Melvin for his leadership. We thank, I think Mayor Crowley was here. And also I want to thank Commissioner Moore, along with Commissioner Siplin, for having the courage to usher this thing through. And just to tell you how significant that is, it's highly unlikely that two former commissioners will highlight and champion a project by one of their predecessors. That's amazing. I applaud you for that. Yeah. For me, I came ready to ride. On a good day, I ride. On a good week, I ride about 65 miles a week, and most of that is on the trail. And for those of you that are riding for health, I started out riding because of a health scare. and I needed to get myself in shape. And then I found out I really did like it. And from that point on, it became a lifestyle for me. So thanks to the mayor, thanks to our great parks director, thanks to Melvin and my commissioner, but mostly thanks to these kids who will get to live better and healthier lives because of the work that we've done on this trail. God bless you, and thank you.
Thank you. Let's give Mayor Jacobs, Commissioner Siplin, Commissioner Nelson, and former Commissioner Hardage a thank you for all their hard work with this project. Okay, next we'd like to do our ceremonial ribbon cutting. So we're going to ask the after-school program here at Barnett Park to follow the lady with the big gold scissors. And she will get you positioned. We're going to go, if we can get the mayor and commissioners to go follow the gold scissors as well, we'll do the ceremonial ribbon cutting. Once the ceremonial ribbon cutting is complete, we have refreshments behind you at the orange tent. And then we have some golf carts. For those of you that don't want to walk, ride, or bike the trail, you can take the golf cart, and we'll give you a quick tour on the golf cart on a portion of the trail so you can see what it looks like. All right, thank you very much, and we'll go ahead and begin the ribbon cutting. All right, so Mandy, scissors. Come on, get it. All right, work your way up here, Commissioner. Over there, though. Do not put your fingers... Pictures and then... Okay, we got a couple more. Hey. Hey. Stop.